Hi everyone, Mr. Michael here again, and this video is another strategy. I'm going to show you how to reduce the total amount of interest you would be paying if you were repaying a home loan or a mortgage. Again, this is not financial advice. This is to help my Year 12s with their maths course. So today we're just going to be looking at reducing the term of the loan. So in this example, Monique takes out a loan of $300,000 at 5.2% per annum, with interest being compounded monthly. It says in Part A to find the minimum monthly repayments if the loan is taken out over 25 years and then 20 years. So again, to save a bit of time, because we have done that a few times now, and that's not really what this video is about, how to, I guess, put those values into the graphics calculator to determine that. So for 25 years, because it's compounded monthly, N is 25 times 12. The interest rate is 5.2%. The present value, the amount you borrow, or the principal, is $300,000. And when you're putting in the graphics calculator and you're talking about borrowing an amount, it's a positive amount. PMT is the repayment per term. So that's what we're asking it to work out. We set the future value as 0 because we want to pay off that loan completely. PY is 12 because we're asked to work out the monthly repayment. So how many payments per year. And CY is also 12 because we're talking about the interest being compounded monthly. So go ahead and put those values in the graphics calculator. Again, in the financial function there, I've saved a little bit of time by doing that already. So within that function, I've got it there. I'm going to ask it just to calculate PMT for me, which for 25 years, which is 300 months, works out to be $1,788.91. Remember, when we are making repayments, we always round that up to the next cent. So $1,788.90 is the minimum monthly repayment based on paying that loan off in 25 years. So I'll just pop that up here, $1,788.91. For 20 years, all I'm going to do is make one change. Again, you can see I've got these values here to pop back into the graphics calculator, but all I'm going to do is change N from 300 to 20 times 12, which is 240, right? So I'm just going to go back and change that value from N to 240, or 20 times 12, 20 years compounded or paying monthly. So then works out that my new PMT will be, obviously it's a little bit higher to pay it off sooner, $2,013.17. So $2,013.17 is the minimum monthly repayment if you want to pay it off in 20 years based on that interest rate and that loan amount. Now, the last part of this question and what we're actually trying to look at here is, how much interest we would save, is to work out how much she would save if she paid it over 20 years rather than paying it off in 25 years. There are a few ways of doing this. I'm going to take a little bit of a shortcut. I'm going to use the amortization function within the graphics calculator. So I'm just going to quickly show you that process. Once you work out PMT, you'll see here amortization. If I press F4, this screen comes up here. Now, PM1 and PM2 are the periods. So if I talk about PM1 being my first period, and then PM2 being the last period of that loan, which is the 240th month, I can ask it to calculate the total sum of all interest based on that interest rate, that loan amount, and those repayments over that time. So the total sum of all interest here works out to be $183,158.92. So $183,158. And what was it? 92 cents, rounding up. Now I'm going to go back actually and do the same for the 25 years. So if I just exit and just make that slight change in the compound interest section here, change that back to 300 or 25 years times by 12. Ask it to work out PMT for me. Then go back in the amortization function there. The total sum of interest from the first month, so PM1 is set as 1, up until including the 300th month. What is the total amount of interest I would pay on that home loan or that mortgage? Works out to be a little bit more, $236,671.37. So I'll just write that down now. And how many cents does that work out to be? 37 cents. So if I pay that amount of interest over 25 years or that amount of interest over 20 years, the question actually says, how much would she save? Okay, so in order to work out that, I would have to work out the difference between those two amounts. So I would then just do the $236,671.37 minus the $183,158 and 92 cents. And then from there, I would pop that in my calculator to say how much I save. So let's go ahead and pop that in. Take away 183.58 and 92, which works out to be $53,512.45. The total amount saved is that amount there, $53,512. And what was it, 45 cents? Again, the difference between paying it off in 25 years and the amount of interest associated with that, and paying it off in 20 years and the amount of interest associated with that, and finding the difference between those two values. And that's it. I'm going to leave that video basically right there. That's just a simple example of basically cutting down the length of the loan term and obviously making some higher repayments, as you saw there, to pay it off quicker. But again, that will then save you in the long run in terms of interest. And you can see that's quite a substantial amount of interest that this person here, Monique, in this example is saving. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps, guys.